it's going to be all offense. It's going to be a race to 130 points, and we'll see what he can do. But at this point, nobody can put a ceiling on what James Harden can do on the offensive end of the floor. 17 straight games with 30-plus points. That joins the most underrated player in NBA history, Elgin Baylor, a man who once averaged 38 in a season, and Wilt Chamberlain, the most statistically significant player in NBA history.
Wow.
Those are the only people to ever do that. He now has as many 40-point games this season as Steph had in his unanimous MVP season. We got 40 games left to go. I thought it was impossible for him to win a second straight MVP because I thought there would be some voter bias against him. I thought he would regress just a bit. He has gotten better. And to James Harden's credit, since he came over from OKC, even he got a max contract when he came over. He then got another max contract a couple years ago. He has gotten better every single year. Added something to his game every single year. It's all you can ask for from your superstars in any sport. Now, I know people don't love the style. They think he's almost tricking the refs, whatever. It's effective. And he has put this team on his back in a way. I mean, 57 last night, see? And we're not surprised?
No, not surprised at all. And that's coming off of 1 of 17 from three-point range the previous game. Harden is playing at a level that, man, no one's doing a show talking about Elgin Baylor, talking about Wilt Chamberlain. Like, it's outside of anything that we've ever seen. Can he sustain this the rest of the season? A couple years ago, we saw this. We saw him run out of gas in the playoffs. I don't care about the playoffs. Man, they're on all hands on deck. Chris Paul has been out a long time. Now Capella being out. And because of where his game is, the new rules in the NBA, and it's a guard-dominated league. This is the only time that I believe a guard would be able to sustain the type of play that typically my instincts are saying, no, he's not going to be able to do it. But what I see, how much he's improved, his overall ball handling. He doesn't have a weakness on the offensive end, and if you foul him, it gets worse for you. He makes points while he's resting. So his ability to distribute the ball and dominate the game at the point guard position, I believe he can do it, Nick. 17 games is more than a fifth of the season. In this 17-game stretch, he is averaging 41, 8, and 9. 41, 8, and 9 over a month and a half of basketball. I can say I've never seen this because no one's ever seen it. I could be 70 years old and say, watch the NBA since its inception. No one has seen this before. And we're lucky that they kind of have the injuries. Unfortunate, if you're a Houston fan, unfortunate for them. But these injuries have forced us to see some of the best basketball that we would ever see. It's a similar thing that I said last year with LeBron when Kevin Love went down and when they were fighting for seeding and when they looked at one point like that Cavs team might miss the playoffs. That I was excited that we were going to have to see do everything LeBron early. That we never saw that in Miami, the do everything LeBron. He didn't have to do it. It is one of the fun things in the NBA, and we don't get it as much in the super team era. Nope. We don't see it a little bit in the playoffs. Right. And with the Warriors, when you have so much of your league's best players on one team, you almost never get to see it. But when you have a great player who's all by himself out there with just role players, and he's like, all right, I got to lead us in assists. I got to get some rebounds. I got to lead us in scoring.
And he does it.
And I got to play 40 minutes a night doing it. And so this is offensive basketball in 2019 as well as it can be played. I didn't think anyone could do what Steph did in his unanimous MVP season. Harden is finding a way to match, if not outdo that, and it's from such an unlikely superstar. He's not the most athletic. He doesn't have a great vertical. He's not bigger than everybody. He doesn't have the smoothest jump shot, and he has just gotten better every year. It is a sight to behold. And that's one thing you love about the NBA is the skill set of the players that they have. It's just so much better than any other era that we've seen. The ability to be able to shoot, dribble, and do other things with the basketball. In this stretch, his worst game is 32, 5, and 14. It's his worst game. Wow. It's unbelievable.
Anything
Sorry to
else
interrupt you.
about James
it's just
Harden?
unbelievable.
I haven't seen you this excited about
it's just unbelievable.
something.
We're watching history. I mean, we just are. It's crazy.
Season ended today. He wins MVP?
Amazingly, yes. He's passed Giannis.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.